I'll do. Time for another beer review. For this one, we're off to Noon Whistle Brewing Co. They're out of Lombard, Illinois in America, and this is their Bernie Milk Stout coming in at 5% in a 355ml can. I picked this up in a Beer 52 subscription. I don't normally do Beer 52. I've used them in the past, and I got an email saying, would you like to buy 8 beers and all you have to do is pay for the postage? I think it was $5.95, so I thought it was a fair offer, so I snapped their hands off for it. I've been using them predominantly as fridge fillers. If I've got my mates round, we were watching the boxing, the Josh Warrington fight the other night, so I had a few then. So it's kind of been like a fridge filler thing, and I think they've done the job for me as fridge fillers so far. I haven't been massively blown away with any of them, but I haven't struggled with any of them either. What I will say about this box though is it's an 8. It was an 8 beers. It came with the usual ferment mag. It was the Chicago box, and for a mixed box, I thought there was real good variety. There was 2 stouts, a brown ale, a lager, and then the rest were pale ale IPAs. So yeah, really good mixed variety there. So this is Bernie Milk Stout. That can design reminds me of Brewdog's Barnard Castle Eye Test. I think it's just the colours. It's not in the same kind of design, but it just like reminds me of it. So yeah, so they've kind of got like a badge on both sides. Apologies if the light's bouncing off the silver can. So yeah, I think I've had one out of the box already from this brewery. Like I say, it was solid. So we'll see what it comes to. I know Beer 52 massively popular. There's lots of Beer 52 reviews out there. So I think this will actually be my first review of a beer from a Beer 52 box. I think I did one when I bought like a virtual. When they were doing these online virtual festivals during lockdown, but I don't think I've done the subscription since I started the channel. Anyhow, beer in the glass, I'm going with black. There is a very slight and the slightest of brown hues at the bottom, and I'm going with a mocha head on it. Can't see any bubbles going up. Get the nose. Yeah, bit of roastiness, powdered cold coffee kind of thing. It does smell sweet. I'm guessing with it being a milk stout, it's heavily on the lactose. Haven't even looked at the ingredients. It just says dark and delicious with full body, slight sweetness with hints of chocolate, roasted barley, rich and complex but not too filling. No, it doesn't say. Right, let's dive in anyhow. Cheers. Yeah, I would say it is medium body, low carb carbonation. There is that roastiness that you kind of expect, and I would say coffee flavours up front, but it is a very sweet milk stout. Slight ashiness on the finish. Not very bitter. Got a lovely body and mouthfeel though. I would say they're the standout features of it. Not too bad. Probably a little bit too sweet for my preference when it comes to stouts. But it's a stout that if I seen it again, which I probably won't though, would it be in a B52 box from America, I would maybe consider buying it again. But I think it's a solid one. What's the magazine saying about it? So the magazine says, I'm looking at the wrong one. So there's the can. So the magazine says it's not very floral, which I would agree with. Not very fruity, which I'd agree with. Not very bitter, which I would agree with. It's got low to medium hoppy, I would agree. It says it's very malty, very sweet, and it's got medium mouthfeel. So I would probably agree with that. I think the magazine is kind of on the money in their description. The can says slight sweetness, so, but I think the magazine's probably a fairer description of the beer than the can. Yeah, it's all right. Like I say, I've been banging these out as just like fridge fillers, and while I've got the spot on, and I would say out of the 5 or 6 that I've had, this is probably the best one I've had out of the box so far. I think I've got a brown ale and an oatmeal stout left. So out of 6, this is my favourite. So yeah, I mean it's better than average beer. Like I say, the body's really good on it, and the coffee flavour's quite nice. But to my preference, just slightly too sweet. So that's Burnie Milk Stout from Noon Whistle. So thanks for watching, and on to the next one. Cheers.